If you're looking to create a custom extension in Airtable for your Airtable base, then this is the perfect video for you because I'm going to show you how to do just that. My name is Patrick. I run a automation development business called Univium, and I work with Airtable a lot. And sometimes my clients need a custom solution for whatever project it is we're working on. And a lot of times that involves building a custom extension. So I figured I'd just show y'all a real simple mock-up so you kind of see the framework of how to get this all configured. And it was a lot simpler the first time I did it, a lot simpler than I thought. So I'll just walk you through it. This is a mock database I kind of put together. It's a database for a company that would be flipping vintage arcade machines, which is pretty interesting. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to build a simple extension where you can kind of easily add notes here on the side. I know that's something you can build uh, without doing a custom extension, but I figured if I'd show you the syntax of how to, structure the framework and everything, then you can easily kind of go from there and develop and enhance as needed. And AI can do a lot of this as well. So even if you're not someone that codes regularly, I'll even show you in this video how to use AI to really build what you want. And so just to kind of start off, all you have to do is, open this extensions tab, do add an extension. We're going to do build custom extension, and let's name it arcade notes. And you can just do this first one, this hello world one, create extension. And then for this, what you're going to do, oops, well, you saw I copied it just then, at least I think I did. Let me go back. I missed it. 1 second. Okay, we're going to restart. Extension name is going to be arcade notes extension. You're going to copy this, and then you're going to open your command prompt, and you'll just run this right in there. You just hit enter. It'll load for a little bit and install some necessary dependencies in order to run this on your local machine while you're developing. Um, and I'm not going to do it right now because I already have it installed, so I'm going to leave that blank. Let's see, I'll just exit out of that. Then you'll hit continue. In this next one, this is going to create a repository that kind of keeps your code as needed for the extension. And so again, you're going to open your command prompt. And let's see, we want to do this in our directory. So I'm going to create, let's see, yeah, I'm going to do this in downloads. So I'm going to do cd downloads. There we are. And this should create our arcade notes folder in which we'll be putting everything that we need. Okay. Just a second while it installs. And ignore my messy downloads folder, but you'll see arcade notes right there. And it's going to have everything installed for you. Ignore this long time ago thing, just today. And then the actual extension portion of it is going to be in this front end folder right here. And it's this index.js file that you want to open up. And I'm going to open that with Visual Studio Code, which you can download for free. Let's see. Getting it pulled up over here. I'll bring it over on this screen. And you'll see it's this hello world function right here, which is eventually going to come through. And so we did that. Now in our command prompt, what we need to do is navigate to that new arcade notes directory in our downloads. So again, we're going to go to, let's see, we're there. And then we're also going to go to arcade notes. And so now we're in the directory for the extension. We're going to hit block run, which will run it. And I think it'll take just a second. Good. And you'll see it says this has been copied to your clipboard, localhost 9000. And of course, that was the screen we got on earlier. So now we're going to go here, localhost 9000. Give that just a second. You'll see it's going to say not secure because we're developing on our local machine. And then you'll see this hello world function right there. And so now what I'm going to do is kind of show you how to actually build some more custom functionality there. So I typed out this prompt, which I'll kind of read some notes on. And essentially, it's just asking, we're going to throw it into AI and let AI generate this for us. It's just asking it to create a simple Airtable extension for us, letting them know that we want to be able to add notes to our notes table, which we have right here, and that we want to be able to have a drop down where we can select a repair record or leave it blank if we want, and a button to save the note. And then I put this in here. I don't want a pop-up message for saving because earlier it did that and while I was testing. But and then just clear the form and all that. And it's pretty simple. And the key thing here is we tell it, we just need the index.js file. We don't need anything else. We have the structure for everything else. We just need the index.js file. And so we're going to give that to Claude and see what Claude can come up with. So let's give that just a minute. And it's Claude is pretty good at this type of things. I think it'll do pretty well. I'm going to make sure I have my index.js open and ready to go. And so, yeah, I mean, it does help if you know a little bit of programming and coding in case you need to go back in here and adjust some stuff. Um, but we'll go ahead and I just copied that and we're just going to paste it in here. Going to hit save. And then hopefully it works the first time around. If not, that may even be better. We'll be able to do some troubleshooting, but you'll see right here, says add note. And so let's just do this we'll just put this as a test note. Save. Wonder if we need to reload it. Honestly, if this doesn't work, that's actually good because we'll get to do some real-time troubleshooting. And so, and if not, I will error creating. Let's see. Creating note error fields does not exist in table. So I'm gonna pass that back to Claude. We'll give it one shot. If not, I'll do some manual troubleshooting. Oh, look at that! It won't let me click. And it should adjust it. Ooh, says it sees another issue. Good. Look at that! It's making a whole update to this thing. This is some good vibe coding right here. I didn't want to put together too much on my own. Oh, look, there we go. Hopefully we're looking good now. I'm going to copy this, put that back in here and hit save. Reload this extension. Let's just see if we can get this first one in there. Still getting the same error. So give me just a second. I'm gonna work that out and I'll tell you what I find out. Okay, perfect. We got it working now. I did have to go look in the code a little bit, but it was relatively simple. It was using the field IDs instead of the field names, which I think it was just using some fillers, which were just completely incorrect when it was trying to create records. And so I went back. It's using the field names, actually referencing like note rather than the backend ID for that field. And so now it's working. I'll just do, this is test note. You can see you can do it without a record. You can do it, you know, with a repair record. And yeah, so again, I know you can do this sort of thing without a custom Airtable extension, but I think it just helps to kind of get the basics down, and then from there you can kind of build what you want. The last thing is this is still in development mode, and so you will need to release it. And so give me just 1 second. I'm going to get this pulled up. And okay. So what we're going to do is we have this command prompt pulled open. You can see it's running right now. That's what we're developing on. So I'm just going to do, I did Control C, which stops that. And I'm going to do block release. And then it should essentially release it and upload it, so I don't have to, uh, run the command prompt each time I want to use this extension. And so you can see it's bundling now. It should be released here in just a second. Give it just another minute to go through. Let's see. Lock cannot be found. Give me just a second. I'm going to get that taken care of, and I'll be right back. All right, and so I had forgotten a key step, which I'll go ahead and go over now, which I've disconnected it because we're pushing it uh, to production now. But I forgot that you have to add your API key in there. And so if you go over here, go to Builder Hub, which I have opened up in this tab, and you're going to go over to personal access tokens. And I just created a quick personal access token for this base, which I'll be deleting after this video just for security purposes. And then what you do is, I know I have a bunch on here, but I wanted to make sure I have it correct. You'll do block set API key. I'm pulling this off to the side so I don't reveal the key either way. Block set API key. You're going to paste your access token here. It'll save it down. Then you're going to do block release like I had mentioned before. Then it's going to release the block and you will be all set. And so yeah, then we should be good. And we're going to come over here. We're going to click stop developing. Uh, and then we are going to, let's see. Yeah, I think this is it. I'm going to refresh so we get off of that not secure thing, and you can see we're not running anything on we're not running anything on our local machine currently. We're running it all via Airtable, and so we're going to do test again. And I know we have a bunch of test notes, but it works exactly how you want. And again, this is a really, really simple version of it, and there's just so much more you can do with this. I actually plan on releasing some Airtable extensions in the future just for other people to use. So I'll be sure to make a video once those come out. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope this helped. If you do need any help building a Airtable extension that's customized for you or your business, definitely reach out to me via my website, univium.com. I'll leave a link in the description. I run a full-time business automation development company, and so I'm happy to help you with that or any other automations you need. So anyways, hope this helps. Take care.